Hi everyone, it's Doreen with Oohlala Vintage Treasures. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a fun flower and another project to share with you. I made this flower with one air fryer liner. Yes, and so I'm going to show you how I made it. Now I was just playing around with it just to see if I wanted this big of a flower, and I really do like the size. Let me get my ruler out and show you. It's about 4.5 inches, so that's not too big, right? But I was just playing around with the liners. I wanted to come up with a few more ideas to show you guys. So here is what I did. So I made the last pocket. Let me show you that pocket real quick. So I made this pocket with the air fryer liner. I really liked how it turned out, and so I just wanted to show you all the different things that you can make with the air fryer liners. This is a really fun pocket. I have a video on this. It's called a ruffle pocket. I'll link that below just in case I will link it below just in case you have not seen that video. Really fun to make. And all you need is something shaped like a circle. You could do this with doilies as well, but you need some really good stiff doilies to do that. So I have these vintage ones, but you could use Dollar Tree. They're not as thick as the vintage ones. They have this kind of feel about them, like almost they're stuck together, like more than one, but it's a really good strong doily, okay? And just take this off. Oop, stuck here. Give me a second here. Forgot about that hanging piece there. So inside of my journal here is this air fryer liner folded up into a pocket. So it's just a very simple project if you want to go this route and just make your pockets. Just like we did the other ones where they just folded up into the side of the book. So I folded it up inside of the book here. So I made these on another video, but this is just adding the doily to the top. And then it's shaped like a round. So you'd have to have whatever your image is needs to fit this. So usually 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, you're going to need to cut your paper inside this circle here and add your paper to it, okay? So I do have paper that I got from Hobby Lobby, and we could try that, but it's a little thicker. So you want to go with something not too thick when you're doing this, okay? So this is what it came out looking like in the center here. Let's see if I can show you. So there's a pocket here, and you can put things in the pocket. I just have Lene's beautiful papers in here on both sides. On both sides here I have the Lene's papers, and then this beautiful lace in the middle. And this is another lookbook journal. It's going to have lots of supplies in it. I'm not going to show you what's in here because it's a surprise, but I'm just giving you a little sneaky peek of something coming up very soon, okay? So stay tuned for that, and let's go and make this flower. So I just wanted to show you how nice this looks with the art glitter glue, okay? And then all you're going to do is you're just going to fold it up in half. So if you're making your pocket, you're just going to fold it in half like this, and then you're going to fold it in half again. And then you will glue right here and in this part right here, okay? But we are making the flower, so we're not doing that because I've already done that with just the glassine fryer. So I've done that with the air fryer liner before, so we're not doing that, and we're not gluing it, okay? We're leaving it open, and then we're gonna fold it again like this in half, and then in half again. And you probably could go in half again, but that's really pushing it to do that, okay? So you don't want to go and make it too small or too, see if you go in, it's going to be like, the petal's going to be really small. So you want to have it like this, okay? So we're going to have it folded up like this. And we have 4 petals that we're cutting. And then you have this right here. So you have all these pie shapes, okay? So now we're just going to cut it into pieces because we're going to make our petals out of the pieces. Cut it down this way, and then you're going to cut it this way. You're going to keep your pie shape there. And this one here. Okay, so you're going to have a total of 8 pieces when you cut this. And that's going to make your flower, okay? So make sure you glue down the doily really well, okay? So I found that the art glitter glue worked really well on this, and I believe that that's much better than using this, okay? So, but you choose whatever glue you'd like. I just see that it's not as messy, okay? It's not as messy that way. All right, so now we have these yummy little pies right here. Aren't they so cute? They're actually so cute, exactly like this, because you could put it in a journal and make these into pockets. You could stack them on top of each other. Lots of different ways you could use these. You could stagger them onto a page. It'd be so pretty that way. Let's see, I need a circle. Let me grab a circle real quick here. So when I made this flower, I took the doily that I glued on and I folded it, but first I crumpled it. So I crumpled it first, but you can do it this way too. You can just crumple it up, and that's gonna give you a crumpled up petal, okay? So just go ahead and crumple it all up. This is a very therapeutic project. Very simple too, you guys. And do all the 8 petals or pies, whatever you want to call them. I guess I must be hungry because I'm thinking about pie when I'm looking at this. It looks like pie to me. So I'm going to show you how easy it is once you do all this. So if you want to crumple it up first, you can after you glue it to the air fryer liner, or you can just go this step and just do it individually like this. Okay, so now you're going to undo your petal. Just going to undo them all, and this is going to go really quick now once we did all this, and you can make a bunch of these in one night. And I think I want to try adding some laces to it just for something different, but I really like how it came out. It was a lot of fun to make. Okay, so we have all of our petals now. We have our circle, and we are ready to start gluing. Okay, so as you can see, this is very crispy, and like the petals are rounded. So that is the reason why we crinkle them up like that, okay? And then when you're building it, you'll have this right here. You can either leave the point on so you can have that little bit of, you know, flexibility with it. So you can do that, or you can cut it off. So it's up to you how you want to do it. I'm going to use, this is PVA glue. So I'm just going to run some PVA glue in the center here. a good amount because I want it to kind of seep in to the petals. And then you're just going to make your petals come together around the circle. Really simple. Not hard to do at all. And you just play. So you just play and you build your flower. Okay. Once you do all that, you can decide how wide you want it, how fat you want it. You just kind of crunch them together until you get the form you want. Okay. So that's that. So I got 3 petals there. And I'm going to put another one here. Probably going to need to add a little more glue. So I like this wet glue because you can move it around better than the other glue, the art glitter glue. Okay. I really liked how this came out, and it was super, super simple and easy to make. All right. So you're just going to keep crunching your petals, all right? And then you're going to crunch it up like this while it's in the circle. And that's going to form that roundness in the petals, we hope. We hope this doesn't disintegrate on me here. So I think what I should have done is I should have cut my petals down, because as you can see, it's coming loose. But it becomes like a little disaster in the beginning, and you think, oh, what did I do wrong? Right? And then all of a sudden it looks really cute once you do it, once you make it. Okay, so I'm just kind of pressing and pushing and crunching, you know, to make that petal shape. And I really, look how different it looks this time. It's really pointy. Now, the other one that I did is really round. So you just need to kind of press on it. And I kind of like that it has a little bit of a point. So it's just up to you how you want your flower to look. So let's see. Crunching, crunching, crunching. All right, so I just want this to be a little bit more stable there, okay? So that is the bottom layer. And then we're gonna do the same to the top layer, only I'm going to cut these little points off right here. So we're just gonna cut all those off because we don't need all that extra bulk there. And that's kind of like what happened on the bottom. But that's okay. It's all gonna work out just fine. All right. And you have a couple pieces left you can do something with. All right, so now we're going to add more of this glue. This is PVA glue. And let's see. Now I'm going to do it to the bottom here. Just run the glue and then just start building the flower. This is a fun project to do with scraps of paper too. You could do your pie shape, and then you could add papers to the top too if you didn't want to do this look. I thought it just looked so fun, like a little, almost like a cookie flower. That's what I imagine it looking like a cookie flower. So I think I'm always liking the cookie look. Everything I make looks like a cookie. So as you can see now, we need to go in and bend these up like that. And it makes a really cute flat flower too. It really is a cute addition to your journal. Make sure I got this on the right side. Yeah. So I'm still scrunching that up. Hopefully I'm in frame. Until you get something like this, okay? But it's all about the scrunch. When you scrunch it, you want to scrunch it really, really good. And then just keep forming those petals how you want them. You want it to stay flat too. You don't want it to be too fluffy, because if it's going in a journal, you know. See if I have a page I could show you in a journal. So if you're putting this in the journal, you see how flat it is? It's not very, very thick. It's got a lot of room. Okay, but I'll show you on a page. Let's see. Let's just pick a page in here. This is my completed pink silk atelier journal that my first journal I made, and I had so much fun making it. You guys, it was so much fun. And let's see, I'm looking for an empty page so I could show you. Oh, let's go back up here. Okay, let's just put it here so you can kind of see. You see how this would make a great page corner tuck. You could tuck something back in here, you know, and it will look great anywhere you put it because it's flat. You could also turn it into a paper clip by adding a paper clip to the back, gluing a paper clip to the back and attaching it. That would be really pretty to do. So that's this one, and let's see if I have my glue dots over here so I can show you what I used. I don't have the packaging because I took it off, but this is from Dollar Tree, these little glue dots here. And I just used one of those, and let's see, I got one of these and one of those. So just pick a center, pick what you want to put in the middle. You can even add another layer if you want to use another one. You can make it a little thicker, but you want to kind of keep it flat. At least that's what I'm thinking anyway. You want to keep it flat. So you're just gonna form it how you want. And then I kind of took it like this and crunched it up some more because I like that look. Isn't that funny? To crunch up the paper is just so fun to do. Just don't want to break it, right? You just want to keep it in a petal though. And then bring out your petals how you want them to look. I really wished I had cut these down a little bit on the bottom, but I'm glad I did it on the top. As you can see, it's coming out similar to the other one now. But I got one more step to show you, which is add my little touch of shimmer. That really makes it look like a cookie. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that right there, but it's all shimmered up there in the doily part. So then you're gonna take this shimmer stick or your whatever type of glitter you use. Winkastella, I think there's like several styles that you can do. And then you're just gonna add your glitter to the top until you get it how you want it, looking like a cookie. It's so fun to do. Of course, you could do this with book pages too, but it's just something about the texture of this paper because it is glassine, and I made a video years ago making a glassine flower, and somebody just commented on that video. I had totally forgot about it, and I was working on this flower, and I said, wow, that was a long time ago I made that flower with a glassine cup from Dollar Tree. It was kind of fun. Like that, and then we're going to take this little rectangle piece and we're just going to cut it in half. You could use your fingers and cut it too if you wanted. And like that. That goes on the bottom, so it kind of protects it from you know, getting too much glue on it. And then this one goes on the top of the bottom of this. So this one goes on the bottom. And I said I wanted to add lace to this, but I really like to turn it like a diagonal like that and put that in the middle. I really like how it kind of looks organic in a way, and it's not too lacy because it's kind of the brown and the white together. So I made this one off camera, right? And this is the one we just made. So they are so fun. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, this is a yo-yo flower that I had in my stash. Isn't it so cute? It makes the cutest center, I think. Okay, so here is the finished flower. This is the one we made today. I think it came out really cute. That is that. And then I will be back to share with you another video very soon. Bye, everyone.